Good morning. Welcome to Village in Motion. My name is Susan Gerhard, and today is Tuesday, November 21st, 2017. And this morning we welcome two guests from Garde Ridge. We have George Rallis, director at Garde Ridge, and we welcome a new person at Garde Ridge, the associate director, which is it?
Assistant administrator.
Assistant administrator,
Yeah.
I was totally wrong.
Okay.
Assistant administrator, Christine Piracci.
Thank you.
Welcome. You've
Thank
been
you.
here how long, Christine?
This is the beginning of my second week here.
And you stayed.
I did, I love it.
That's good. And you come to us from?
From Cedar Crest Village in Pompton Plains, New Jersey,
Which
another
is
Erickson campus.
Another Erickson campus in New Jersey. And you decided to come south.
I did.
Good. And you came south with whom?
I came south with Emma, my almost 14-year-old, and Connor, my almost 12-year-old.
And they're getting settled here in Virginia?
They are. It's been a family adventure for a couple of weeks now.
I'm sure it has been. Good. Well, we're glad you're here, and you're getting to know Garde Ridge and getting to know your way around Green Spring.
But I'm getting around.
You're getting around. The key is signs. Read the signs.
Okay. Good
And
advice.
if you're ever lost, stop and ask. Anyone can help you.
Oh, they've been very kind.
Good, good. Tell us your background.
My background. Professionally, I entered my career more than 20 years ago as a social worker. So I'm a licensed social worker. I did an undergraduate program in social work and then a master's degree in social work and administration.
From what schools?
Fordham University.
In New York.
In New York, right, where I'm from. And did not get into senior living or senior healthcare services. I would say I got into this side of my career about 10 years ago. Initially, I spent my career working with the homeless and at-risk homeless. So homeless families or families that were being sheltered in other family members' homes or living in shelters. And then I became the assistant administrator of then, I'm not sure it's still now, but the largest homeless shelter in the world, and it was right outside of New York City.
Interesting.
Yeah, and when that closed down, I had also relocated.
Then you were homeless.
Career-wise, I had relocated from New Jersey to New York at that point. And so entering the social service field in New York, I saw a position for a director of social services of a nursing home. So I interviewed and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I found that it was great fate that this turn of events had happened because years prior I had done graduate internship work with Alzheimer's and dementia, with seniors in community centers and loved it, but I went the homelessness route. So
that gave you an opportunity to move back into something you had learned to love earlier.
Yeah, and didn't realize, quite honestly, just how much I learned it, and found that I became very passionate about those living with Alzheimer's and dementia and with hospice work. And from there, I decided I would stay in this aspect of the field and grew and had some opportunities to do my administrator in training program to be an administrator then. But I decided to go back to school and be a college professor while working in the nursing homes. And later in life, just this past year, I was promoted to the administrator in training at Cedar Crest and graduated from that program, and then was promoted again to assistant administrator and had some options where I wanted to go. And so I looked around a bit, picked Green Spring. Green Spring picked me back, and it's been lovely.
Well, we're happy to have you. It sounds like you've had an interesting career path to get here.
Yeah, a little twist and turn.
And we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good. George, let's switch to you. Give us an update on what's happening at Garde Ridge.
Sure.
Lots of excitement as usual.
There is always something exciting going on at Garde Ridge. Just wanted to give folks an update on the repositioning and renovation project that's ongoing. We've completed 2 areas of renovation on Rose Court 4 and Rose Court 3.
I hear it is just gorgeous. I need to go over and look around.
We invite you and everyone else who wants to come and see. We'd love for folks to come over and take a tour, get to see some of the newly renovated spaces that are finished. A few weeks ago, We installed all the new furniture in Rose Court 4 and Rose Court 3, and we've gotten a lot of really positive feedback about the look of the new space and the updated design, the really nice finishes that have been put into those spaces. And
Most importantly, how are the residents feeling about it?
we've gotten nothing but positive feedback from residents. Everyone's really excited, especially having been through some of the challenging times of the renovation where some of those areas were closed. Now that everything is open and there's plenty of open space and lots of sunlight coming into the neighborhood.
Now that they can see the results.
Everyone's really pleased with the outcome, and folks are really starting to get to enjoy the new space and the new design
It's always
there.
hard in the midst of any kind of a redecorating scheme for many people to see how much better is this going to be?
Right. And so, as we've gone through some of the renovation work and kind of learning how the timeline of how long it takes to do the renovations in each neighborhood, we've gotten a little better with being able to give folks some expectations in terms of timeline and how long certain areas will be closed for renovation, and give them an idea of when things will open back up and get back to a normal day-to-day living situation. And so, a lot of residents and staff have done a really good job with being flexible to some degree with some activities of daily living, with our programming events and activity schedule and calendar. So we've made the adjustments, and the team's really done a really great job of working through those renovations and maintaining the day-to-day quality of life for our residents.
Good. So it's moving along.
It is. So we finished 2 of the neighborhoods. We are ongoing with renovations in Rose Court 2 and Rose Court 1, and we're projecting those will probably be finished up in the next couple months, and we'll continue on with renovations as we move into the new year on the evergreen side of
move to the other side of the
Garde Ridge.
building.
Exactly, and we'll continue those renovations, on through next year. I'm not sure what the final timeline of when we'll finish with those renovations, but probably in the spring, maybe summer of next year, we'll have worked through those renovations.
Good.
And maybe in addition, I think some folks may have already heard some of the information out there that we've got some emergency work that needs to be done.
So in the midst of the renovation,
Right.
something else fell apart.
Exactly. In the midst of the planned renovations,
Right.
there's some unplanned emergency work that needs to be done. There's going to be some work being done in the Garde Ridge kitchen. And so it's going to be a 2-phase approach to doing the repair work in the kitchen.
So what happened?
It has to do with some making repairs to some damaged pipes that are causing leaks underneath the kitchen floor, and it's creating an unstable situation for routine operations to happen in the kitchen.
This seems to have been a Green Spring-wide crisis this year, hasn't it?
It sounds like it.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of repair, a lot of kitchen work going on in other parts of the campus as well.
We seem to have had a problem under our kitchen floors in all of our kitchens this year.
Right.
And maybe Garde Ridge just felt left out and said, wait, we want a new kitchen floor also. So that's our crisis repair.
Exactly. So that's going to be, they'll start doing the repair work in the Garde Ridge kitchen probably at the end of December or early January. And the first phase will take probably 3 to 4 months to complete. And then my understanding is once they finish that first phase in Garde Ridge, after 3 to 4 months, they'll go back to the projects they have started in independent living in the kitchens, do the work in there, and then probably toward the end of 2018 come back and do the second phase of work in Garde Ridge.
So there are really 2 phases in Garde Ridge.
Right.
So this emergency in Garde Ridge is what has necessitated putting a hold on some of the work in the Fireside and the Fireside/cafe kitchen.
Right.
So we'll go over and address the emergency in Garde Ridge, then come back to the Fireside and the cafe, then come back to Garde Ridge and do some more work.
Yes, that's the plan.
Ultimate flexibility, but we're getting everyone fed and taken care of in a healthy way.
Exactly.
And a safe way.
Exactly. That's the most important thing for us, during this the repair work and during the different phases, that we continue to maintain a high quality of food service, that we're doing things safely, that we're doing things in a sanitary manner, make sure our kitchens are clean, make sure our food quality is good.
And that's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
we've kept everyone fed in a healthy way, in a safe way, as you've said, throughout all of this.
Right.
Good.
So that's those are kind of the updates I had for
What's
Garden
going
Ridge.
on with now I forget the name of Dogwood Commons?
All
We
right,
have 2 minutes.
So Dogwood Commons, so we're continuing to make really nice progress with Dogwood Commons, which is the new construction. That's the new building that will be in addition to our existing building.
Oh, we have new
over
pictures.
Over at Garden Ridge. And you can see some of the video. It looks like we've got some footage of you can see some of the structure of the new building. It will actually be connecting our existing buildings between Rose Court and Evergreen. It'll be a third residential building. It will be 79 apartments, and it will be a combination of assisted living and memory care. And we're going to be adding this new building, Dogwood Commons, will be over 77,000 square feet. We'll have a lot of amenity spaces, billiards rooms, library. There's going to be a really nice multi-purpose room that can be used for larger resident events and group meetings and programs. Some of the footage we've got there is looking into the courtyard area that's completely being redesigned. There's going to be a lot more accessible space for residents out there. And as we get into the warmer months, we'll start to see a little more of the landscaping and greenery, flowers, plants. There's going to be an arbor feature as well as a fountain in the middle of the courtyard.
Now, when you say the word apartment, it makes me think that would include more than just a bedroom and a bathroom. It makes me think kitchen, but it's not. It's really just a bedroom and a bathroom, a living space and a bathroom.
So when we say apartment, yeah, we're not trying to imply any certain features in the living space, but there will be a combination of studio as well as one bedroom.
Oh, okay.
So there'll be and currently in Garden Ridge, all the rooms are studio style. So we are going to add a little more variety in terms of one bedroom versus
Something
studio.
a little larger.
There will be, I think, a couple of different floor plans in terms of the layout of the apartments. Some of the apartments will have a balcony. And so there's some new features that are coming with the new design and with the new building. So we're real excited about getting to see some of the new features. And again, a lot of this project is really intended to not only meet the needs of our residents now, but also the residents that are yet to come, moving as we get 5, 10, 15 years into the future, that we're prepared and have a product in Garden Ridge that's going to be desirable for folks, not just today, but in the future as well.
It sounds like we're well on our way. Lots going on.
We are.
Thank you for coming today. Christine, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. And we'll look forward to seeing you next month.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, take care. And